Um, Good evening, all. It's Austin again, and Austin Chukwegu. Your it's all right. Back to what I was saying. So it's Austin again, and please, if you're on the live broadcast, you could just signal me by saying hello on the live broadcast, so that I'll know you are online. Okay. So let me get busy. Once again, greetings to everyone, and my name is Austin. I guess you guys should also know me by now, or should have known me by now. Sorry, I just finished with a broadcast that the voice of TBC just had. He rounded up about some few minutes ago, and I was just hoping that as soon as he finishes, or then I come in from mine. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. Anyway, hope we all had a nice day. For those of us that are in Nigeria, and for those of us that are also within the African realm, hope our days are going well. And for those of us in the Western world, hope you guys are also great. I guess that time it's afternoon by now. That is as at the time I was shooting this broadcast, or I am shooting this broadcast. But it's all good. So today we are going to discuss very briefly on a number of things. Like I said, I'm going to always keep to my time. My time is usually 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, I shut down so that I can have time to do some other things. All right, so let's go into the subject of today. Before we go into the subject of today, I also want us to understand that we are still moving, we are still gathering our momentum, and the time for our migration is very, very close. If I'm not mistaken, today is Wednesday, I think 25th of April 2018. And we just have Thursday, we have Friday, we have Saturday, and interestingly, finally, we have on Sunday. And then by Monday, the migration process begins. Now, between now and Monday, I believe that the admin is going to bring in a blog that is going to give us guidelines as to how the migration shall take place. I was listening to a video, one of the live broadcasts of Dan Lutz earlier on today, and from what Dan Lutz was saying, he said that we are going to make our migration through the Crinkle Cash back office. And I do not know how certain that is, whether we are going to go about our migration through the Crinkle Cash back office. However, if we were going to go about it through the Crinkle Cash back office, then I don't think there would have been a need for us to have our send buttons turned on. So since our send buttons are or were being turned on, or will be turned on if your buttons hasn't been turned on, then that means we are also going to make use of, that is, the wallet is going to play a part in our migration process. It could be that the Gringo Cash would also take part. But you see, everything shall be finalized when we see the blog. The blog is going to be between, let's say Thursday, because I guess the day is already rounding up. Between Thursday and Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening, everything shall be made plain, so that whoever has his send button will make his preparations for the migration process proper. Now, another thing I want to bring to our attention is this. For as many that will also watch this video, and you do not know how to go about the migration, please feel free to contact me. I can help you go about the migration. I'll help you go about your migration, but it comes with a certain amount, just a very little amount. So if you are interested, just let me know. And then I help you go about your migration, migrate to the new wallet. And then after you've done the migration, I'll also give you some guide steps, some guidelines, so that you don't expose yourself. You know, we are going into a world of digital assets. You know, in the next 10 years from now, Inheritance shall no more be in lands, in wills. You know, that if you're giving and leaving an inheritance for your younger ones, sorry, for your children, it's no more going to be by will. It's no more going to be, I leave this land for you, this is the boundary, this place, you don't cross this place belongs to this person. I'm talking of those ones in the people in Africa. It's now going to be digital. It's now going to be username and password. That's how inheritance will be. You know, you could have an instance, you could have like 3 wallets, you know, 4 wallets, you know, or you could just have 1 wallet. And then you say, okay, since I want to pass on very soon, then let me give in a maybe 0.5 TBC to this person. Let me give in 0.5 TBC to this person. Let me give in 0.5 TBC to this person. After you've gone into an agreement with the support, because all these things have to be legally followed up. If it's not legal, if it's not an agreement between the support and you, then that is discounting. You know, but the point I'm driving at is that whoever you are giving this to may also have his own wallet or her own wallet. And since he or she has her own wallet or his own wallet, you just make the transfers to the person. And that's it. So that person has received an inheritance that he can access through his username and his password. There are also going to be some other technological upgrades that we are going to experience in this our new migration system. You know, and then when these technological upgrades come up, it's going to be of benefit to the TBC community. You know, and I'm quite excited because when this migration starts, a number of things will happen. You know, there are still 1,001 people within the TBC community that do not remember the information to the username and password of their billioncoin.info. Now, peradventure you're having all these challenges as to how to get your send buttons turned on. Feel free to also contact me. I can help you get your send buttons turned on. No matter how difficult or critical it may be, is either you contact me or you go about it your own way. There are different ways to go about it. The only thing is that majority of us within the TBC community are not informed. We are not informed because we don't read the blog. We do not have the information at our beck and call. If we did have these informations, then it will be an easy thing for us to know how to go about it. And our send buttons will be turned on. Anyway, one thing I'm making us to understand is the migration will soon start. If you need my help, please feel free to let me know. And then for those of us that are finding it difficult to get their send buttons turned on, feel free to also let me know. But all these things I'm saying also comes at a price. It doesn't go for free. Okay? It's all good. Now, this is just all I wanted to say for now. And I will just be very brief concerning the blog that I promised that we're going to discuss yesterday. Maybe I'll pick one of them and discuss about them today. And then tomorrow or some other time, we'll discuss about some other ones. So let me quickly go to the blog and then let me discuss on it. Please do hold on with me. Okay, now I remember that there was a particular blog that I talked about. Now that blog came out on the 19th of November 2017. Now it was talking about how to confirm your transactions to qualify for cookies reward for your cookies reward. So let's have a look at it and then let's discuss about it briefly. Okay. Well, it's quite lengthy, but I think this will be the only thing I'll discuss. And then after that, I call it quits for today. So let me begin. Now, if we are able to go to the Kringle Cash back office, sorry, go to your blog. Now, when you go to your blog, the one that was sent by the admin yesterday was 24th. Now, that one that the admin told us about, let me quickly go back to it. Okay, that's the one that admin talked about. Concerning, do you know, you have to get your transactions verified in order to redeem your cookies in May. If you go to that blog, the first blog in that particular article is the one that I am about to read now, which says how to confirm your transactions to qualify for cookies reward, for your cookies reward. All right, so let me begin. Wow, wow is all I can say about this video from David Jones, aka the Friendly Marketer. In a couple of days, you will see a cookies reward item within the menu of the back office of your Kringle Cash account. You will be able to click on it to see how many cookies you have earned so far. December 25th is coming. That is as of then. Now, it is no more December 25th. It is now April 30th. It's coming. It's coming up fast. And that will be the day you can redeem your cookies for Kringles and have spendable money from this generous bonus. Now, spendable money in this case means TBCs. If you know how to use TBCs, you can also spend it. I'm meeting people, enlightening them, and then giving them TBC in exchange for goods and service. Cookies are not transferable in any way. So cookies are not transferable in any way. So it is not money in the form of cookies. This data has taken a couple of months to build the API software platform to make it a reality. Let me come again. This idea has taken a couple of months to build the API software platform to make it a reality. I do my best to keep you all informed way in advance of what we are doing here on this blog. And that's very true. That's exactly what the admin has been doing. Now, the cost to you to know ahead to know ahead of time what's happening is patience for it to unfold. The cost, hold on please. Now the cost to you to know ahead of time what's happening is patience for it to unfold. Okay? Now, you have to be patient, guys, as we work behind the scenes to unlock your wealth to you in this new idea of an abundance-based cryptocurrency. The sooner we get to a billion members, the sooner all of the wealth you see within your TBC wallet gets totally unlocked. After the migration, I would say a flood of, okay, after the migration, I would say a flood of merchants will roll back in as they did before. And then we would have the technology needed to support it. This is an excellent concept. That's after the migration. Let me read it again. After the migration, I would say a flood of merchants will roll back in as they did before. And then we would have the technology needed to support it. We have so much to forward. We have so much to forward to, right? Thousands of dollars of Bitcoin were used to pay the software team that builds this new cookies reward platform. I would like to thank all of those that paid their $10 and raised enough money to pay for this development. Software development does not grow on trees, as the saying goes, right? Yep, I agree. Now, let's continue. Let me insert a thought to you all right now. We have a lot of technical difficulties, especially with the current TBC coin network and blockchain. This is as at then. Currently now our system is very stable. Okay. Now, to the point we had to take 2 steps back in order to move forward. To manage this situation, we had to limit how many people could have access to the send button in their TBC wallet. 20,000 to 50,000 transactions a day created a massive traffic jam on the coin network. At that time, and resulted in a huge backlog. Some are out there now, kicking us while we are down. Some are out there now, kicking us while we are down, instead of offering us more support to get back on track. I assure you that this crisis was not engineered, as some would say, and we did not do this on purpose. The blockchain technology is still in its early days of development, and no one is having a smooth ride anyway. A smooth ride anywhere. Pick a coin and study its history. You will see that it is a struggle for all of us inside this highly innovative industry. Rest assured, blockchain technology is taking over the world as we know it. That's a very, very, very true thing. It is a revolution in and of itself. The first version of something, the first version of something is never as good as the second version of it, and so on. Some of our members have lost their patience inside this difficult time and have joined the many trolls out there calling TBC a scam. I would like to address that. I would like to address that as a thought now. Is TBC a scam? Before we answer that question, let's answer another question. Why create a scam? Whoever creates a scam does so with evil intent to defraud the people they are scamming, right? The creator of scams knows they are doing something wrong and they are lawbreakers and should be punished. We all want justice. Scammers are greedy and they like to keep all the money to themselves. A smarter scammer starts a scam overnight and collects as much money as they can, and before you know it, they vanish in a blink of an eye to avoid getting caught. Doesn't that generally sum it up? Doesn't generally sum it up? So is TBC a scam? One day, once one day, one stake in TBC was sold to members. Members had full possession of what they purchased. Is that a scam? Scammers usually don't deliver or even make an effort to deliver, right? These members had full control of TBC coin they purchased. It wasn't just digits on a computer screen. These coins were transferable from day one. They were encouraged not to sell off their coins too fast because they were rapidly appreciating in value according to our private membership agreement. But free will allowed the members to choose for themselves how much TBC they had to sell at any time throughout our history. Does that sound like a scam to you? Would a scammer restrict the members from being able to sell their coins one day on day one, then sell as many coins as fast as possible, and then suddenly disappear, leaving the people that paid with nothing, but with leaving the people that paid with nothing, but a bad taste in their mouths? Maybe like 3 to 6 months, could a scammer get away? Maybe like 3 to 6 months. Could a scammer get away with that? Guys, we have been here for 20 months so far, and we are here for a long term. And we're here for a long term. We have paid the bills of this operation ongoing, and we will continue to pay the bills. Unfortunately, we have we have not yet completely unlocked the value of TBC in the whole world. And the people we are paying our bills to do not accept TBC as payment. Yet, servers and computer networks also don't grow on trees. Scammers are not only greedy and keep all the money to themselves, they are also very lazy and don't want to do any real work. That's why they generally don't ever deliver a product. Their only work is just collecting the money and convincing more people to buy into their scam, right? TBC is not a business, but we do run it like a business. We bring in revenue, and that revenue is used to pay the bills and is reinvested in the business to expand it, to make it more profitable. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, right? In business, if revenue dries up, what happens? Business dries, business dies, right? Was a business a scam if it just failed? Well, if that is your measuring, If that is your measuring stick, then 95% of all the enterprises are scams, according to that thought. Now, that's an awful mindset about the world we live in, if you ask me. So does TBC have the marking of a scam? No. It's an operational enterprise, and by the numbers, it is doing remarkably well with 2.3 million verified members as at then, but now we're in 3,070 something thousand. Yet the vast majority of those members have not paid a red cent to admin. Wow, that's interesting. So many of our members have made a lot of money selling TBC, and congratulations to them all. So this is my thoughts, and and by by all means, each of you have a right to believe whatever you want to believe. Okay, let's proceed. Just remember that no one has ever raised a monument to a critic. They are a dime, they are a dime, a dozen. Opinions. No, let me come again. Just remember that no one has ever raised a monument to a critic. They are a dime, a dozen. Opinions are commonplace where opinions are commonplace, whereas facts are limited by the truth. Now, sorry, I'm in the next paragraph now. Sorry that a long thought. Sorry, that was a long thought. But so many of our members are wondering. So I thought they would want to hear it from the horse's mouth, as the saying goes. In the video above, that is the one that was shot by Friendly Marketer. In the video above, in the video above, are super clear instructions on the process to get your transactions verified. David Jones could be a university professor with such a wonderful teaching style. Wow, that's nice. Bear this in mind. Every single person that redeems their cookies reward on now, then it was Christmas Day 2017, will one day become a TBC billionaire because of it. But now it's no more Christmas Day. It is now what? From April 31st down to what? July 31st. Will become a TBC billionaire just by purchasing $100 out of TBC. That's enough because of it. And on that day, they become and on that day they become a billionaire because of TBC. Because of TBC, the wealth of that position will be wholly unlocked. So this is really a big deal, right? All of you should purchase at least $100 out of TBC from a trusted seller, not admin. This is not a scam. This is in bracket. The admin is clearly saying it. So you are doing it because it's a community-based thing. You purchase from your own community member. Now I continue. So that you can be one of those billionaires. Even if your mind today has a hard time wrapping around that idea that you could be a billionaire, allow yourself to grow into the idea. That's the whole point of making an abundant based currency. It will change the whole world. Serious. That's wonderful. And I'm really in support of it. Now, we all will be better off in the end. Your mind will eventually catch up to the action you should do today. Your mind will eventually catch up with the action you should do today. Have a little faith in yourself and TBC. Now, this is really quite long. Okay, let's continue. Now, for those of you that have sold TBC and have made plenty of money doing it and have so many TBC transactions under your belt, may God bless you with large quantities of gratitude. Now is your chance to give back in the way of service to your buyers. Okay? Now is your chance to give back in the way of service to your buyers. Okay? Show your buyers that you really do appreciate them and how their purchases have brought you some comforts financially. Now, keep current on verifying all of the real transactions they did with you. Now, by the way, a gift is not a purchase. if you gave gifts of TBC to those receivers of your generosity, they are not entitled to a bonus such as cookies reward. Sometimes for nothing. Sometimes for nothing is not a duplicatable enterprise. Sometimes for nothing is not a duplicatable enterprise. How are you going to make money on gifts along? Okay, how are you going to make money on gifts alone on one? Calm down, sorry. Now, sometimes for nothing is not a duplicatable enterprise. How are you going to make money on gifts alone on one can? Alone on one can. Okay. Now, the Kringle Cash gifts is more than enough of a gift to give to anyone. Don't give more than that to people. It creates unwanted competition between our members and fractures the community. Now, buyers, don't put off requesting your transactions to get verified. Buyers, buyers, don't put off requesting your transactions to get verified. That's to say, buyers should go ahead and then after purchasing, you should apply to the seller so that he can approve your transactions. That's what it means. Now, have it done long before Christmas. That is to say, as at then it was Christmas, but now it's no more Christmas. Now it's April that we're looking at. So all those that has done transactions should verify it from their buyers, from their sellers. Sorry. After verifying it from their sellers, then they are going to redeem their cookies. Remember that the admin also said that before you click on the button, make sure that you have finished redeeming your cookies and ready for your migration. Because if you wait too long, you may not be able to redeem your cookies. This year, that was then, but now it is the month of what? May. Recall that migrations will be taking place, and while the migrations are taking place, what is also happening is cookies redemption. The difference is that cookies redemption is on the month of May, but the migration is going to take 3 months, which is what? May, June, and July. So let me continue. You may not be able to redeem your cookies this year, and you will have to wait until the second and the last redemption period on Christmas of what? 2018. But it has been altered. It's no more Christmas 2018. It's now November. If you go through the previous blogs, you'll see it. Now, that's a whole year longer. So please, when you're doing your redemptions, calm down, make your proper plans, then redeem your cookies. All right, now I'm in the last paragraph. Let me finish it. Now, discounters. The cookies reward is a trap for you. Hear me. Discounters. The cookies reward is a trap for you. That was then. But now the admin has clearly said, I'm forgiving discounters. All you need to do is go up to your info site, put in your username, put in your password. You see your send button terms. After reading through, tick on it, and then your send button comes on. The reason why admin is saying this is because he has upgraded the system in the new blockchain, in the new wallet, so that it will be impossible to go about discounting. That's the reason why admin has said, well, that's in the past. The Lord usually says, in the time of ignorance, I overlooked. So that was when, because that was when our technology was very tender. But now our technology is set for mass adoption. So all these childish actions that we played out in the previous times has come to an end. We're now moving global. So let me finish up. Now, cookies reward is a trap for you. Your destructive behavior is so bad, we don't want you with us anymore. But admin, forgive discounters. That's lovely. We are a private community and we have our own currency and we have the right to regulate it. Discounters, you have brought dishonor to the TBC and to yourselves. Up till now, we have not allowed members to verify more than $500, but now it's worth $1,000 due to the new policy that the admin introduced. That was last 2 weeks. Now, in a day, okay, that is $500 purchase. Now, in a day or two, that restrictions, okay, in a day or two, that restriction will be lifted. If a buyer does a request to get their transaction verified, that is $501 or $500.01 or over. That is more than $500 anyway. it will go to the TBC police first. They will contact both the buyer and the seller to find out if it was a real purchase at full value, not discounted. This contact will come by way of email. So watch your email account for a message from the TBC police from something like name at, that is commissioner at tbcpolice.org. That's the commissioner's email that he's using to scrutinize activities. Now answer the TBC police quickly and have your proof of value traded ready to show them. Okay, and have your proof of value traded ready to show them if show them it was a real TBC transaction at the current price of TBC at that time of the transaction. Now, burden of proof is on you and must be reasonable. Otherwise, TBC police will reject your request to verify the transaction. Now, for the record, none of the TBC police will accept a bribe to let a discounted transaction pass through as a verified. The point is, even where are you going to see the TBC police that you want to even give him a bribe? He's not existing, he's just existing on the screen. This is cryptocurrency, everything is online, everything is on air. So the people that are doing it will remain anonymous. So there is nothing like bribe. Now, we'll continue. Now, they are passionate about the membership agreement and are serving to enforce it. Each situation is unique when it comes to transactions, and both buyer and seller wallets may or may not be suspended if the TBC police rejects the transaction. Now, some discounters made a lot of money destroying the value of TBC, and we will get rid of them quickly if they try to get some cookies from their discounting activities. Guys, always remember that it was the discounters that caused TBC to move towards being centralized. That's the point. It was because of these discounters, and it will remain centralized until we hit 1 billion verified members. Then it's now the choice of the admin to make it a decentralized system. I don't know. When we get there, we'll find out. Currently, we are still in 3 million and we are building. Now, the only other option I had was to pull the plug on the whole operation to stop the madness of discounters activities, and all of us would have lost, had I chosen that option. Calm down, let me repeat it again. Now, guys, always remember that it's the discounters that caused the TBC to move towards being centralized. The only other option I had was to put the plug on the whole operation to stop the madness of discounting activities. And all of us would have lost if I had chosen that option. Don't worry if you did a large transaction. I'm sure the value exchange left reasonable proof of it. TBC police are more than fair and reasonable. Just cooperate with them so you get the full benefit of your large purchase. All right, I'll stop here. I think that's the end. That's the end. And there was also a video. So I think I just showed this, I just read this blog, and a number of things that were inconsistencies while I was reading. So you could take your time and also read through it. But the point is that then the TBC police was existing, but now the TBC police has been put on shutdown. I mean, it has been suspended for a while. Maybe they may not come up again, because I believe that the admin has perfected on his system. And I think that's the system that will be running in the new blockchain, you know. All right, I will stop here, and some other time I'll come online and then we'll discuss further on a number of other things concerning the blog, and then a good number of other things. It's very likely that my coming here again will be when the migration process starts. So thanks very much for audience, and my architect has come up again. So thanks for the appreciation. I really appreciate it. I will stop here, and consequently, I shall shoot more videos. And I know that God will continue to help me. And also help each and every one of us also in the TBC community. Please and please and please, do not allow yourself to be left behind. It may look like a joke, but sincerely speaking, I stand to say that TBC is the strongest, most reliable, most organized cryptocurrency. Very, very soon, after we finish our migration, you guys will understand what I mean. All right, do take care of yourself. For those of us in Nigeria, have a lovely night rest. Those within Africa, take care of yourself. Have a lovely night rest too. Those in the Western world, take care of yourself. And good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning. And we shall continue some other time. Bye for now. As Bitcoin Randy will say, peace. All right.